Evidence is the silent witness. It speaks only when you know how to listen.
Today, in part 3 of our crime scene investigation series, we'll understand types of evidences, what they reveal, and how to handle them. Number 1, bloodstain pattern analysis on body fluids. Bloodstains are not random. They tell a story. From impact angle to weapon type, every droplet counts.
4 feet.
Common stain types available in crime scenes. Passive stains like drops, pools, etc. Projected stains, spatter, cast off, etc. Transfer stains, wipes, smears, etc. Handling and packing these evidences. Use sterile cotton swabs to collect liquid blood. In case the stains are dry, scrape the stained area, keep in paper, envelope, and seal or swab stains with sterile glass cloth soaked with saline. Dry and pack separately. Air dry swabs completely before packing. Store in paper envelopes or boxes, not plastic. Use luminol or alternative light source to reveal hidden bloodstains. Use proper bags for bloodstained cloths. Other body fluids like semen or saliva are lifted with moistened swabs and preserved separately. Hello friends, welcome back to Taruvu Forensic Vlogs, where science meets truth and knowledge serves the society. I am Suresh Taruvu, former Joint Director of the Andhra Pradesh Forensic Science Laboratory, AP Police Department, and recipient of 6 national awards from the Directorate of Forensic Science, Ministry of Home Affairs, New Delhi. After serving the nation for over 4 decades, I have entered a new chapter, not of rest, but of responsibility. A responsibility to share knowledge, guide the next generation, and raise awareness in the noble field of forensic science. A science rooted in truth, justice, and humanity. Whether you are a student dreaming of solving real-life mysteries, an induction trainee beginning your journey in law enforcement, a police officer or judicial officer seeking deeper understanding, a medical or legal professional who interacts with the justice system, or simply a curious citizen eager to learn. This series is made with you in mind because awareness builds strength, knowledge, and saves evidence. Second one, hair and fiber analysis. Hair analysis shows whether hair belongs to human or animal, origin, scalp, body, etc., root presence or not for DNA. Fibers indicate contact with clothing, upholstery, or vehicles. Collection of this type of evidences. Use forceps or tape lifts to gently collect. Avoid touching with bare hands. Place each sample in a clean folded paper bundle, then in a labeled envelope. Packing of these evidences. Store dry, away from heat or contamination. Never combine samples from multiple sources. Third one, footwear and tire marks. These impressions reveal brand, size, wear pattern, etc., movement, direction, weight distribution, etc. Lifting methods. On dust, use electrostatic lifters. On wet soil, pour dental stone or plasterofparis to make a cast. Always photograph first with a scale and north arrow. Packing. Cast must be air dried completely and packed in sturdy boxes with cushioning. Lips are placed on contrast backing cords and stored flat. Number 4. Tool marks and impressions. Where force leaves a signature. Friends, every forceful action leaves a footprint, not just on the surface, but in the form of tool marks and impressions. Tool marks are created when a hard object like a screwdriver, crowbar, saw, or cutting blade come in contact with another surface, such as door, a lock, a window grill, or even a wood metal bones. Types include cut marks on wood, metal, or bone, spray or wrench marks on doors, locks, safes, etc., firing pin impressions, breech face marks and ejector marks, extractor marks found on bullets and cartridge cases, etc. Each tool, like a fingerprint, leaves a unique striations or patterns, which can be matched back to the specific weapon or instrument used in the crime. Handling and collection of these evidences. Never touch the mark directly. Photograph the area with a scale. Use silicone or dental stone casting to lift the impression. Package the cast in shockproof containers. Submit the suspected tool separately, wrapped and labeled for lab comparison. Case study. Sabotage exposed through toolmark analysis in a derailed case. Let me share a case that not only tested our forensic skills but proved how science can uncover hidden truths even when official narratives say otherwise. In Kurnool, tragic train derailment shocked the region. 6 coaches were thrown off the tracks, 6 passengers lost their lives, and many others were seriously injured. At first, senior officials attributed it to a mechanical failure or accidental rail failure. But as forensic professionals, we couldn't rely on assumptions. We needed the truth. Upon inspecting the scene closely, something didn't add up. The cut on railway track was too precise. It was not natural breakage. We found that the rail had been tampered with at 3 different intervals, and we noticed a key clue. Rusted iron dust had accumulated beneath the cut areas and the rusting patterns varied, indicating that the cuts were made on different days, like as part of a pre-planned act. Using a magnet, we collected those rust particles. We also recovered a section of the cut rail for lab examination. Back in the forensic lab, under microscopic analysis, we discovered fine striated tool marks, unmistakable evidence of a hacksaw blade used intentionally. Our investigation intensified, and soon, from a suspect's hideout near the tracks, a hacksaw blade was seized. To confirm, we created a test cut in the lab using the recovered hacksaw blades. And under the comparison microscope, the striations matched exactly with the marks on the suspected sabotage rail track. That match proved one thing. This was not an accident. It was deliberate sabotage. We presented our forensic findings to the authorities, and the case took a dynamic and dramatic turn. What was earlier dismissed as a technical failure was now officially recognized as a criminal act of rail sabotage. I would like to humbly acknowledge the individual support and scientific expertise of my senior, Sri C.H. Narayan Rao, Assistant Director, Forensic Science, Physics Section, Andhra Pradesh Forensic Science Laboratory. His sharp observation and analytical guidance were instrumental in solving this sensational case. This incident is a reminder that even when officials doubt it, forensic science doesn't. It listens to what the evidence says and it never lies. One of the most chilling cases I solved as a cluesteam officer in Hyderabad city began with the recovery of dismembered human body parts near an industrial area. At first, public speculation pointed towards a horrifying theory. Was this man cut into pieces by sawmill workers using a mechanical blade? But forensic investigation is not driven on by rumors. It is guided by science. When I carefully examined the cut surfaces using a magnifier lens and I found a clear sign that contradicted the sawmill theory. A sawmill blade would leave a uniform high-speed rotatory marks, but instead it saw irregular uneven cuts with the directional force typical of a butcher's knife. That subtle but crucial difference helped us rule out mechanical involvement and pointing towards manual dismemberment. But the story didn't end there. We identified a tattoo on one of the body parts, a vital clue that led us to identify the victim as a man from a nearby colony who had a history of domestic violence. We began to focus on his home. When investigating officer examined the house thoroughly, I associated him. I detected wiped bloodstains on the walls and floor. Even more telling, we discovered blood traces lodged between the tiles in the hall and bathroom. Invisible to the naked eye, but recoverable through proper forensic technique. These traces were carefully collected and analyzed. The DNA results confirmed the blood matched the dismembered body. That was the moment the truth surfaced. In a shocking but emotionally complex twist, the victim's wife confessed. Years of cruelty and violence has driven her to a breaking point, and in a desperate act of self-defense and trauma, she took his life and tried to destroy the evidence. This case left a deep impact on my career, not just because of the complex forensic challenges, but also due to human emotions and tragic truth that unfolded through the evidence. This investigation is a reminder. Every stain, every mark, every silent trace speaks. It's our duty to listen. These marks help in specific tools to forced entry or tampering. Handling. Do not remove the mark. Photograph it with close-ups and scale. Use casting material like silicone or microcell to make 3D molds. Packing. Place cast in rigid containers. If the actual tool is found, wrap separately, label with time, location, and preserve in a sealed box. Fifth one, digital evidence at the scene. Modern scenes include mobiles, calls, text, location, CCTV DVRs for video footage, vehicles, GPS systems, smart watches or tablets. Handling of these evidences. Turn off the device if powered on. Place in Faraday bag to block network. Never charge, access or scroll through the device on site. Label with date, time, device condition. Packing. Use anti-static shock-proof containers. Sixth one is fingerprint evidence. It is old but gold. There are three types. Latent fingerprints, invisible, developed with powders or fuming. Second one is patent fingerprints, visible with blood or ink. Third one is plastic impressions on wax, soap, mud, etc. Handling and lifting of these evidences. Use powder plus brush to develop latent fingerprints on smooth surfaces. Lift with transparent adhesive tape and place on backing cards. Photograph before and after lifting. Patent and plastic prints must be photographed as they are, then lifted or cast if needed. Packing. Place lifted prints in a print-safe envelopes or plastic sleeves. Label clearly with location and object description. Friends, each item of evidence, no matter how small, holds the power to reveal truth. But this power comes with responsibility. Handling, collecting, lifting, and packing must be done with scientific care, legal awareness, and ethical commitment. Because one mishandled object could mean a case lost or justice denied. In the next episode, we will explore how these collected evidences are sent to the lab and what happens inside forensic laboratories from analysis to reporting. If you find value in our efforts, please like, share and subscribe with learners and professionals across the country. This is Suresh Taruvu signing off with humanity and the highest respect for the truth. Jai Hind, Jai Forensics.